This video sponsored by Meeple Movers. No minimum order, no subscriptions. Free shipping on every item, every day. At meeplemovers.com.
Hello and welcome to Brian's Got the Game. I'm Brian. Today I've got a game called Battle of the Bards. Battle of the Bards is a deck building and dice game for 2 to 4 players by David Gerrard and will soon be published by Junk Spirit Games. In this game, players are putting on performances using a combination of poets, minstrels, and other musicians to capture audiences across Tessador. During each round, you will be rolling dice to gain veteran musicians and create performances. Some musician cards allow you to manipulate the dice in order to get the roll you need to put on an epic show. Players continue building their troops of performers until someone captures their 4th audience card. This signifies the last round and triggers the Encore. The Encore round is one last opportunity to gain some points in an all-out roll-off, Battle of the Bard style. In the end, the winner is the player with the most points. So let's bring my dad in and see what he thinks. Okay, so you are here now.
I am.
So, I was thinking we could go through some of the original things we usually go through, like components. We're not going to go through components because this is still the prototype. But artwork is final.
Yeah. So this is artwork by Justin Hillgrove, same dynamic duo that's been putting out the art for the Junk Spirit games, and so they just do a fantastic job. Kind of pulling you in to this theme, to this mystical world of Tessador.
Yes. Overall, I've had a lot of fun playing this game, and then I guess we can jump into the second part of what we usually do for these. What did you like about Battle of the Bards the most?
So I liked the dice rolling the most. So there's a slight deck building. I mean, your deck doesn't get huge because the game doesn't doesn't last that long.
Yeah.
So there's a slight deck building mechanic, but it's really all about chucking dice. And that I had a blast doing that.
Yeah. I like the rolling of the dice, but my favorite part was the assigning of the dice. So it kind of reminded me of a game that came out before. It's called Fantasy. It didn't really explode. It's by AEG. And I actually like that game. I don't know why it's not up and around everywhere, but it's got a similar thing. You roll dice and then you're assigning them. And then it's the same thing. You assign it and then you activate that ability if it's an ability that you can't activate. Like change a value up to 1. If it's 3 or less, roll another die like it did in Bards. So I liked the activation of that there. And you can kind of chain react other stuff.
I thought that the coolest part of the components, we did skip the components, but the one part I thought was just awesome was the real guitar picks.
Those were cool.
So you could discard a pick to re-roll any number of dice.
Those look really cool.
Yeah. They had the logo on there, and it's a real pick. Super cool.
You'll have to test it later.
I will.
All right. So who would like into the Battle of the Bards?
So Battle of the Bards, anybody who I guess is real kind of into the music scene. Music was really an influential part of my growing up. I went to a lot of shows, listened to a lot of music, even played an instrument for a while, and so I loved this just theme of a battle of the bands and the band playing, and then the little twist with it's bards, and so there's a little bit of a fantastical element.
And you got your pun count in there too.
Right. Definitely.
And then also people who like the mechanics of, like you said, dice chucking.
And the dice
rolling dice
and the dice allocation, and it's a little bit of pool building, your dice pool, because turn after turn you kind of gain your dice there. So you're right. People who like those mechanics would also like this game,
and people who like fantasy would like this game.
Yeah, it's very very similar.
Yep. That's all I have. Do you have any last thoughts?
No, overall, we had a lot of fun with this one. It was pretty cool. I also really liked the Encore Round.
Oh, yeah.
Encore! it was just very thematic. Like in the end, the grand scheme of thing, 4 points, maybe could sway it one way or the other. But it was just awesome to just have all out, roll and see who gets the most. And that was really fun to me.
That was cool. It sounded like I had real dice.
Because of your watch. Yeah, so overall, we had a lot of fun. This is a great family game. I'm hope that it funds on Kickstarter, and they can unlock some cool stuff through stretch goals and whatnot. But Junk Spirit has been putting out some quality stuff, and I know this one they'll follow suit, and they'll do another stellar job with this one.
Yeah. So this was Battle of the Bards by Junk Spirit Games. Thank you for watching Brian's Got Game. Please like us on our Facebook page, send us a tweet at Brian's Got Game, visit our webpage, briansgotgame.com, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Brian, this is my dad, and I'll see you next time.